Hey, our next guest coming to the stage, he's the web editor from the East Valley Tribune. He's been here before, and we had to have him back. How about a huge round of applause for Mr. Brett Fera? Brett, come on up. Good to have you. Good to be back. Was that AC/DC? Hey, Brett, welcome back.
I lost my my mic there, but let's see if that sounds all right. Do we sound all right over there?
Sounds
all
awesome.
Right, cool.
Good to have you back.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome. What's been going on in Mesa since the last time you were here?
You know, there's a lot going on. Obviously, this week we saw that last 12-12-12 you and I were talking about a little bit ago, and a couple of babies born at 12:12 p.m. on 12-12-12. So parents are getting really strategic here, I guess, on what they're planning. But
you said there was one in Mesa and one in...
I think one in Chandler, and the one in Chandler, from what I gather, was a natural, and the one in Mesa was planned. They don't know what they timed, but they timed it to that 12:12 and something like 12 seconds too. I mean, it was ridiculous, it sounds, but hey, good for them. I think it's the fifth kid in the family, so.
Wow, that's
yeah.
Sad, really. I mean, the amazing thing is 9 months ago they thought of this. Hey, you know, it would be cool. But whatever, that was, see, we're talking about them though because they did that. So looking back on it, can you believe it's the last couple of weeks of 2012?
It blows my mind that it's already pushing 2013, but it's been a pretty incredible year for news, just everything that's going on, especially here in Mesa. And I mean, that's kind of the cool part. And kind of thinking about what to talk about today, there's been a lot that's gone on, and I think the coolest part about it is that the majority of the big stories that have happened in Mesa this past year, especially from an economic standpoint and a commerce standpoint, are all going to probably be the big stories next year too. And we're going to be seeing a lot of these continue on because a lot of them are just projects that are either just getting started or developing right now. So,
well, let's look at 2012 and kind of a year in review.
You know, the first big one, obviously, that's been talked about a lot, and it's been a big player on this stage is the colleges coming to Mesa, the 5 colleges. If you ask me to name them, I'm probably going to run. I think I can do it, but at any rate, a huge boon for the city, and to be able to have not only ASU Polytechnic and Mesa Community College, which have been stalwarts for a long time, but to have this incredible influx in higher education to this city is incredible, especially with the way that the partnerships with Boeing and some of the larger organizations around the city, to be able to have local training and education for these people is incredible. So. Well,
you mentioned 2.
Well, those aren't the 2. I think we got Benedictine, Wilkes, Upper Iowa. Oh, jeez. Albright. I knew Albright was the first one on my head this morning.
Alphabetical
and
order.
Westminster's the last one. Thank you to whoever said it on the crowd. I apologize. I'm not trying to be rude. It's good news that we can't remember because hopefully
it's early. Oh, well, you know what? I think we're looking at a slide of something that made a little national.
You know, that's
attention.
the political climate kind of centered on Mesa a little bit at different times this year. You know, obviously we had the Mesa Gateway. I think we were diving at the tussle on the tarmac. And then so that brought a little bit of attention, and then a few months later, obviously having the Republican debate at the Mesa Arts Center is an incredible thing for this city. And I mean, that's my favorite front page that we've done at the Tribune, and it said I think that the actual phrasing was "Nation's Eyes on Mesa," and so thinking about that in context of what Mesa is and what it's growing to become even further, I think that it's an incredible showpiece for this city to be able to host that. And then through the election too, you know, Jeff Flake, the new senator from Arizona, is based here in Mesa. Matt Salmon, a longtime favorite in Congress, is back in Congress. So I mean, Mesa's on the political climate and on the national scene, and I think that's going to be kind of interesting to see how it affects moving forward.
That really did get a lot of international exposure. What'd you call it? The tussle on the tarmac?
Tussle on the tarmac. I didn't coin that, I promise, but.
I think what she was scolding, she was telling him that the next time he flies in, he's got to put his seat in the upright position on Air Force One. I think that's
tray
what that
table's
was.
up.
Yeah, tray table. Yeah, there we go. Well, what are some of the other big stories for the year?
Well, we talked about the tarmac gateway. You know, everything going on at Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. Double-digit millions in expansion dollars put in there. Spirit starting to fly out of Gateway back in February. I believe it was November that Frontier started its flights. I think this upcoming February, Allegiant's going to Hawaii, flights back and forth to Hawaii. I mean, it's just the expansion there, the freeway that's being built to go directly pretty much into the parking lot off the 202. It's, I think I said this last time, I grew up in the Los Angeles area, and so you have Burbank, Ontario, John Wayne, all these secondary airports, and I hate calling them that because I will go there 100 times before I ever touch LAX. And I think that we're going to see that here with Gateway, if it's not already happening, and it probably is. But the ability for that growth and what it means to this region is incredible. So
it is. Well, you know, we're all about Gateway out here. We've got always great representation from John and the team out there. Hard to believe. If you look back a few years, can you believe they're the 65th busiest airport in the country now?
I couldn't believe that when I read it, and it's just everything that's gone on to just that picture we had up before was an incredible showing of it, because we've just seen traffic just skyrocket through Gateway. So
we're looking at light rail. Let's talk a little bit about where it is now.
We'll be talking about that next year and the year after and the year after, but that's okay. I mean, that's the progress that it takes. We're probably at about a 4 or 5 year project to get the light rail running through downtown Mesa, but I can't help but think about what that's going to mean for the smaller, new and long-time businesses down on Main Street there that are going to see an incredible change in the dynamic of who their customer base is and what they bring to that region. And I'm chomping at the bit for 5 years from now to kind of see what it looks like. But we've got cool renderings and pictures of what it's supposed to look like, and I think I'll ride that into Mesa. That looks pretty neat. So.
Just a real quick informal, I probably shouldn't do this because I don't know what the answer is going to be. How about a little applause if you've ever been on the light rail? Now, more importantly, maybe, if you're a business that's along the light rail line, has your business been affected by this? Round of applause. Anybody? A lot of you aren't right along that line yet, but that's the growth. This is why you never ask a question you don't know the answer to.
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. It is great. It's a big growth. What are we looking at here?
That's our website, just kind of updating and getting ready for the new year and constantly evolving with the area. But we've actually, we're rededicating some more resources to Mesa as the Tribune. We do support the whole East Valley with our coverage and our product, but we're working on even more entrenching ourselves with Mesa. That's our home. That's what we consider our home. So it's a real important part of what we do. So.
Great. Anything else you'd like to share about what's going on at the Trib?
It's been a good year for us, and I can't wait to get to see you in January and, get to do this again. So
that's great. Well, once again, thank you. Come back and see us again.
I will.
We love having you guys come in and tell us what's going on. How about a big round of applause for Mr. Brett Fera? Thanks, Brett.